What's up, everybody? It's Keefe, and you're watching the weekly Ritual Ghost Cult's news show right here on YouTube. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. GhostCultMag.com is a small business. With that out of the way, let's get started. In case you missed it, features at Ghost Cult Magazine. We kick this week's features off with our chat with our old friend, Per Weaver. You might know Per from his time in Opeth, but he's actually been in a ton of killer bands, as well as his own solo career. His new EP is out now on Despots Records, and our chat covers all. We also caught up with Sky from Sumo Psycho. Their brand new album, Initiation, is out now on Napalm Records. We also interviewed All Drake of Evil, talked about their brand new album, Hell Unleashed, All's transition to being a vocalist and frontman, and a whole lot more. We also caught up with music legend Miles Kennedy. His brand new solo album, Ides of March, is out now on Napalm Records, and we talked to him all about the lockdown year, his musical songwriting process, and a whole bunch of stuff he has coming up with Dead Daisies and Slash and the Conspirators. We also dropped a new episode of our 5-minute reviews all about Rob Halford's autobiography, Confess, out now. We also celebrated the Straight Up Nerd Fest at his Tool's album Lateralus, which turned 20 years old this week. And now, the news rundown. We start this week's news off on a somber note, as we have to report the passing of underground icon Jack Terrycloth of World Inferno Friendship Society. Jack passed away at his home at age 50 years old, and no cause of death was revealed. But he was an iconic leader in the New York music scene and an innovative and influential cabaret, punk, theatrical musical artist, and we're gonna miss him. Rest in peace. I hate to be one of those guys, but I am now fully vaccinated, and I'm super stoked that all these shows, festivals, and tours are coming back. We just heard news that one of our favorite venues in America, Irving Plaza, is reopening and booked a ton of shows this year. We're so excited to get out there. Everybody, please get vaccinated, wash your hands, wear your masks, keep it up. We're gonna get everything back soon. On to some tour news. Motley Crue's big The Stadium Tour, featuring Def Leppard and Joan Jett and the Blackhearts and Poison, is officially postponed to 2022. Postponed for the second time. They just cannot pull off the tour on the scope that they want to, so they pushed it off one more summer. Hopefully this thing happens, as Motley Crue is celebrating the 40th anniversary of Girls, Girls, Girls this week. In a little bad news, good news, Faith No More has postponed all their European tour dates to next summer. That's a bummer for sure for everybody that was hoping to see Faith No More reunited one more time, but they're going to do all their dates, honor all their tour dates for festivals and headline shows in the UK and the rest of Europe next summer. On to the good news front with Faith No More. You're going to get to see Faith No More and Mr. Bungle and a bunch of killer bands at Riot Fest 2021. A whole bunch of festivals got announced this week. Riot Fest might be the best one. The lineup is insane, and not only has both of those bands, 9 Inch Nails, and tons of other bands descending on Chicago this fall. They also announced for 2022 My Chemical Romance and Misfits. Misfits are not only going to play Aftershock Sacramento this summer, as we brought you last year, they're going to play Riot Fest next year and play all of their Walk Among Us records. The crown jewel of the Danny Wimmer Festivals, Louder Than Life in Louisville, Kentucky, is back, and the lineup is sick. It's got Metallica, 9 Inch Nails, Korn, Snoop Dogg, Staind, and a bunch more bands. Full Terror Metal Assault Festival is back this fall, finally announced their full lineup, including a bunch of killer bands. Exodus is your headliner, doing an old school set, as well as Malignancy, Misery Index, Black Tusk, Weed Eater, and a bunch more bands. It is the only European-style open-air metal festival in America in Cave-In Rock, Illinois. Cave Rock? Cave-In Rock? I just love the band Cave-In, and I just want to say Cave-In. I don't know. I always found it a little curious that this festival is called Full Terror Assault Fest when it's like always on 9/11, but awesome metal fest. Support those guys. Good stuff there. Metal in the Mountains has announced their lineup, which is going to have headliners like Soulfly, Butcher Babies, Attila, Byzantine, and more. They've got tons of bands. They've got independent wrestling. It looks like a lot of fun. This Labor Day, if you're more of the fanciful Pinkies Out crowd, you can go to Bottle Rock Festival in Napa Valley, California, and see Guns N' Roses in their return to the stage, as well as Stevie Nicks and a bunch of other artists. You can also get your fancy wines and little petite plates of food. Fear Factory dropped a brand new song and video, fuel-injected Suicide Machine, off their upcoming album, Aggression Continuum. That comes out June 18th from Nuclear Blast Records. Bluesy Rockers Blackberry Smoke are back with a brand new single and video, All Rise Again, featuring great guitarist Lauren Haynes. The band has a brand new album coming out, You Hear Georgia, at the end of the month. It's time for another edition of What Does Corey Taylor Think? You know what Corey Taylor thinks? Corey Taylor thinks that Stone Sour will forever be overshadowed by Slipknot. I think we can tell why. Slipknot is a much more popular and bigger band, but Stone Sour is still pretty awesome in their own right. They are officially on hiatus, according to Corey and drummer Roy Mayorga, who has given a bunch of interviews recently. And the band is definitely not going to be active. And in the meantime, Corey's busy with writing a book, his big sold-out solo tour, Slipknot coming back, perhaps a new Slipknot album or two. Roy is going to go on tour with Ministry. Josh Rand has a new band. And the other guys are probably doing other stuff too. I'm angry that I can't sing this part. Iron Maiden has collaborated with Brewdog Brewery to make a brand new beer, Hellcat Beer, the first beer that will be brewed in America for Iron Maiden. Their other beers are all with Robinson's Brewery and other spirit makers around the world. And this is really exciting. You're going to be able to pre-order the beer now and get it shipped to you over the summer. Machine Head has dropped a brand new behind-the-scenes video of the making of their brand new song, Become the Firestorm. And it sounds like a banger. We only heard a little snippet of it, but it's got blast beats and crazy riffs, almost blackened death metal Machine Head. And it features drummer Naveen Koperweiss. You know him from Entheos and formerly of Animals as Leaders. Normally you get the behind-the-scenes video after the main video and single comes out, but Machine Head does things the Machine Head way, their own. 1984, iconic punk band 7 Seconds released their crucial early album, The Crew, which is now getting a deluxe remaster reissue from Trust Records and BYO Records, and we're super here for this. 7 Seconds, one of the iconic bands of all time. They are still around and still making new music, but The Crew is a banger for back in the day. Nightwish has received one of the highest honors in their homeland of Finland, winning an Emma Award, their 16th ever, for Metal Album of the Year for their album Human 2 Nature, out now on Nuclear Blast Records. Some of the band members got together in person, according to my producer Omar, and the band celebrated. Again, no other band has as many Emma Awards as Nightwish, and it is a tremendous honor for them to win Metal Album of the Year. This weekend, US Air Guitar Eastern Finals is going to take place, streaming live on Twitch, but even better than that, there was just an announcement that the Air Guitar Nationals will be held on the Ocho. That's right, ESPN. This summer, this August. We're big US Air Guitar fans, and you should check them out on their Twitch channel at the link below. Douchebag alert! Rings of Saturn have announced that singer Ian Bremmer is leaving the band after 10 years. Doesn't sound like it was Ian's fault or idea. They left the door open for him to tour with them possibly in the future, but the band is transitioning to an instrumental band. We reported just recently they were dropped unceremoniously from Nuclear Blast because the band has been popping off shit about the label, and the label don't play that shit. So Rings of Saturn, I don't know what to tell you. Metalcore inventors Atreyu are back with a brand new single and video for their hilarious, awesome clip, Catastrophe, from their upcoming record, Baptized, coming out on Spine Farm Records in early June. The band mocked YouTubers and vloggers and generally made fun of people like me. Lindsay Schoolcraft is back. She's just unleashed a Patreon to get closer to her fans and create a deeper experience with them. She's going to update fans all the time on her solo projects, her work with her black metal supergroup Antiqua, secret songs that are not going to be released to the public, and much more. In honor of Trent Reznor's birthday this week, New York rockers Black Emoji dropped a brand new tribute video where they played 16 songs of Trent Reznor's in 3 minutes or less. It was killer and a lot of fun, and you can actually sign up for their Bandcamp and download 2 songs for free right now. 2 Queensryches, that's more news than anything else. They're a huge band. Like the children of divorced parents with 2 Christmases. Are you ready for 2 Queensryches? I'm not, but we might be getting one. Mysteriously, drummer Scott Rockenfeld, who has been inactive with the main band for some time, just launched a brand new website, Queensryche 2021, with no other information, no press release, nothing, just a website, and coming soon. And this has caused questions, because Queensryche has been running along without Scott for a few years. He played on their record a few years ago, stepped down to have a kid, and took a hiatus, and the band has apparently not welcomed him back. Frontman Tom Latore actually recorded the drums on the last Queensryche record, The Verdict, and their touring drummer is Casey Grillo. The band has kind of moved on without him for some reason, or chooses to antagonize him in the press talking about him. So Scott is pissed, and he's coming back. He claims he never actually quit the band or retired. Is this going to involve other former members of Queensryche? Jeff Tate is out there. Chris DeGarmo is out there. There's enough Queensryche former members in the world where Scott could make a whole new Queensryche and challenge for the Queensryche throne. Queensryche themselves are writing a brand new album right now with producer Chris Zeus Harris. And now for a look at who rules its streaming. We watched the entire Magnetic Eye and Blues Funeral Recordings presentation of the Day of Doom Virtual Festival. It was awesome and included a lot of our favorite bands, Domcraft and Costa Casanova, Heavy Temple, Subnorian, Howling Giant. It was killer. And now some of the music out for New Music Friday.
Amorphous, live at Helsinki Ice Hall, the Vinyl Collection 2006 to 2020 box set, Nuclear Blast, An Autumn for Crippled Children, As the Morning Dawns We Close Our Eyes, Prosthetic, August Burns Red, Leveler, 10th Anniversary Edition, self-released, Beyond Mortal Dreams, From Hell re-release, Nuclear Winter, The Devil Wears Prada, Z2 EP, Solid State, Divine Heresy, Bleed the Fifth, Vinyl re-release, Bringer of Plagues, Vinyl re-release, M-Theory Recordings, Grid Failure featuring Mac Golahan, Dismemberment Cabaret, Nefarious, Herman Frank, Two for a Lie, AFM, Hippie Death Cult, Circle of Days, Heavy Psych Sounds, Illusory, Crimson Wreath, Rock Shots, Impure Wilhelmina, Antidote, Season of Mist, Jeff Coleman, East of Heaven, self-released, Jess and the Ancient Ones, Vertigo, Svart, King Witch, Worship the Riffs EP, Listenable, Leech, Lovely Light of Life, Brutal Records, Mike Tramp, Everything Is Alright, Target, Monster Magnet, A Better Dystopia, Napalm Records, Morbid Breath, In the Hand of the Reaper EP, Redefining Darkness, Nadja, Luminous Rot, Southern Lord, Nuclear Winter, Greystone EP, MMD, Obsolete Theory, Dawnfall, My Kingdom, Pop Evil, Versatile, E1 Recordings, Robots of the Ancient World, Mystic Goddess, Small Stone, Sebhankra, Death to Traitors, Saturnal, Skeletal Remains, Beyond the Flesh re-release, Condemned to Misery re-release, Desolate Isolation re-release, Century Media, Temple Nightside, Prophecies of Malevolence re-release, Nuclear Winter, Thunder Mother, Heatwave Deluxe Edition, AFM, Tooth and Claw, Dream of Ascension, Good Fight, various artists, Metal Massacre 15, Metal Blade, Vexed, Culling Culture, Napalm Records, Vola, Witness, Mascot Records, Vulture, Deal in Death, Metal Blade Records, Witch, Exordium, Ripple Music, Yard of Blondes, Feed the Moon, self-released, Yautja, The Lurch, Relapse Records.
And now for a look in our mailbag. For this week's mailbag, we got a package in the mail from Overt Enemy from Texas. A shout out to Robert for sending us a log. Let's see what he sent us. Did you know that most people in America, the most knife injuries in America are caused by people trying to cut bagels? Fun fact. We've got an Overt Enemy album, Inception Possession, their recent one. Killer. A bunch of stickers. Nice. A sick patch with their awesome logo. The vinyl of this brand new album. Awesome. And this killer shirt by the band. Thanks so much, Overt Enemy. You guys rule. You made it to this part of the show, so you know what time it is. It's the end. Thanks for watching. GhostCultMag.com is a small business. Please help us out with a like and a subscribe. As we say every week at this juncture, it's a tough time in the world. So please, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and get frickin' vaccinated.